Hello and welcome back to my unfiltered dog shit opinions about Branded Despia. I already made a deck profile of this a little while ago, but I made some changes and I love this deck, so I'm going to bug you to death with it. Let's get right into it because most of it is the same, but I'll explain the changes. What's not the same is 3 Aliber. We do not play the Brave package, so you need 3 of this. Once again, I know this is expensive, but Ghost from the Past 2 is right around the corner and it's going to be a reprint, so hopefully it'll be a little bit cheaper with that. One of the changes I made, I cut Tragedy down to 2, but I do still have the 1 Foolish Burial to act as another copy of it to be able to get to it. This card is still really nice, but it doesn't do anything by itself. It has to be facilitated by something else, so if you draw this and nothing else, then it's kind of just dead. As good as this card is, it needs something else to facilitate it, so you really want to grab it from the deck / send it off of Branded Fusion and not really draw into it as much unless you're able to get the Frighfer engine going, so I did cut that one down. And the last Despia I play Ad Libitum. I ended up cutting Dramaturge because Dramaturge just doesn't end up coming up as much. The only way you're really getting to it consistently is off of Branded Opening, but majority of the time you need that to get to Aliber or Ad Libitum anyway. So as cool as it is, I just had to cut it because if you don't know, then you can't send Dramaturge off of Branded Fusion and summon it because Dramaturge can only be summoned if it uses fusion material from the hand or field, or if it's banished. You can't send it from the deck to be able to do that. So unfortunately, that does not trigger, so I did have to cut that. That is the changes to the Despia names, but otherwise, yeah, that's how I have that working. And I'll get here eventually getting these out the way. Damn it. Anyway, I do still play 2 Albaz because I think that is correct. I play a lot more ways to be able to protect the Libellion summon, but if Libellion gets stopped, or if you have to use another Albaz for material engrave and you can't shuffle it back, if you only have 1 Albaz and then it's just stuck in your graveyard, any future Branded Fusions you have are just dead, so I do think it's correct to play 2. You can get away with 1, but then if Libellion gets stopped, you're just screwed, so I do recommend playing 2. Spells, if you're not playing 3 Branded Fusion, you're stupid. Same thing with Branded Opening. This is your E-Telly, this is your Rhoda. It's insane. Please play 3 of this and don't be stupid. Branded in Red, I think it is correct to play 2 of this. 1 is just not enough, and 3 just feels like too many. Again, this doesn't do anything by itself, and you really just want this for your opponent's turn to be able to go in something like Guardian Chimera or another Masquerade Dragon or just anything else. 2, it just feels like the correct ratio. You did play 3 of this when you were more so focused on making other fusions, but now that we have Branded Fusion, you just want 2 of it. Frighfer engine, same as last time. 3 Patchwork, 2 Edge Imp Chain, and 2 Polymerization. No changes there. I just feel like that's the correct ratio to run with this. And Phoenix Enforcer package, Fusion Destinies 2, so we have to play to 2. But I did make the change in the targets. I did a little bit more theory crafting and testing with Malicious and Denier. And just more often than not, I like these better. If you can't get into Enforcer, then these are just good material because they can just keep coming back and be used as material for more of your fusions. As nice as Celestial and Dasher are, I'm just value-wise, I'm liking these a lot better. So I'm gonna test these out in some more tournaments at our local and see how I like it. But so far, I'm liking it more than Celestial and Dasher. And then the hidden MVP of the deck, this card is amazing. If you are not main decking this, I understand why, but this card is just broken. You need to play this at 3. Hand traps, significant changes with these. Cut Ash down to 2, as well as the ratios for some of the other ones I'm playing. I'm playing 2 Bell in the main. Bell is amazing in this format. 2 Veiler. You can probably see where I'm going with this. These are a lot of targets for Cross-Out Designator. I decided to put this in the deck because I'm tired of my Libellion being stopped because you cannot protect it with Gamma. Call by the Grave is in here as well, and the final 2 cards are 2 Imperms as a cross-out target as well. The reason I have all these at 2 is not to annoy people for not playing all of these at 3, but just deck space. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm still at 44 cards with all of this, so we're still pushing it as it is. But obviously for cross-out targets, I mean, some of these you can maybe cut to 1 if you just want it as a cross-out target. But then if you draw it and your opponent has that 1 hand trap, you're just screwed. So playing 2 of each isn't bad, especially because all of these hand traps are just good in and of themselves as format. So if you draw 1, then cool, you get to use it against your opponent. So that's just the ratio I settled on for all these. Haven't done as much testing with these, but theory crafting and just playing around with it, I just like it better than Gamma because, I mean, obviously you can't trigger Gamma once you get far enough in the combo, so I'll see how that goes in general. Extra deck. I think there's only one change to this, so I'll just be brief. I'm still running 2 Mirror Jade. I promise you 2 comes up. Play 2 of them, please. I guarantee you 2 Lubellion is going to come up. Play 2 of those. I guarantee you you're going to go through 2 Albion, whether or not you're fusion summoning it or you're sending it off of Mirror Jade. Play 2 of that. If you are going to play Masquerade Dragon, play 2 of it, because burning your opponent and making them think about their plays more carefully with this is just too good not to do. 1 is not enough if you're going to play it. Play 2. Here is the change that I made. I cut Quertus and I substituted it for Proskinian because there are just so many scenarios where Proskinian helps out more than Quertus. Yes, Quertus has a situational float where you can get to Albaz or another Despia name from deck, but Proskinian is a literal banish/reborn from your opponent's grave for one of their extra deck monsters. It's so good. Plus, it has burn in and of itself. And as a super poly target, you can clear your opponent's board with this and then gain an additional disruption with that. It's just so good. There were so many scenarios where Quertus was cool, but this was just such a better target to be able to go into. So I'm gonna use this instead of Quertus, and I'm gonna see how I like it. In theory, and the situations I can think of off the top of my head, I like it a lot better, so I'm just gonna see how that goes. Guardian Chimera, you need that in this deck to play it. Enforcer, of course, we're a fusion deck, so yeah, do that. And Dragostapelia, you can make this by yourself, and it's a really good fusion target, so you should be playing that. Mud Dragon for a generic target. I've considered cutting this one for something else, like the Predaplant that requires 3 darks, just as another one. But I'm already playing Starving Venom, which you can go into by yourself, and it gains the attacks, so that's already really handy. But I don't know. The other one would be cool because it's basically another Dragostapelia with its negate. But I don't know. There's a few matchups where Mud Dragon could theoretically come up, so I'm just doing that just to keep it in with that. So yeah, not really many changes to the extra deck. Literally just the 1 card. But yeah, those are the ratios I would use, and yeah, that's about all I got for that. I'm not playing any of the links because majority of the time they just don't come up. I'm not playing the Brave Engine, so I mean, yeah, that's about all for that section. And side deck, again, make of your side deck what you will, do it for your event, but this is just what I'm playing. Gamma is still really good, so I do have it in the side for going second, plus it's a light, and it's a different name for Guardian Chimera. Cosmic Cyclone, 2 with the 2 secrets and the 1 ultra still, waiting on the 3rd secret to come in, but I just wanted to make the deck profile. I just wanted chainable back row disruption for stuff like Prank Kids, and if Outledge is still going around, then Cosmic just banish the Outledge spell traps. Evenly, you do not care about your battle phase if you clear your opponent's board and then build your own. It's just really good. Tikaboo is amazing because it hits so many other decks and you literally do not care about it. I mean, your main deck Despias are fairies, Aliber's a fairy, the Despia fusions like Masquerade and Proskinian are fiends, Mirror Jade is a worm, I think, Lubellion is a dragon, Dragostapelia is a plant, Guardian Chimera is a beast, DPE is a warrior. You do not care about this card. You literally just go about your day and build your board, and this card's just sitting there hurting only your opponent pretty much. And then the last 3 cards, I do still have the Judgment, just these 5 cards as a going first option, just because I just think it works out well with that. And that is about all I have for that. Like I said, here is me changing my mind with this deck already. I'm probably going to do so 100 more times, and I am going to bug you with more deck profiles and ideas when it comes to that. So be prepared / enjoy it / suffer. I don't know, however you take it. But that's about all I got for you. Thank you for tuning in, and have a good rest of the day.